A day after a state parole board denied his younger brother's request for release, a separate panel also rejected parole for Lyle Menendez, who has spent nearly 35 years in prison for the 1989 killings of their parents. Robert Kovicic reports.
57-year-old Lyle Menendez admitting to his parole board, "My mom and dad did not have to die that day," saying the decision to kill their parents 36 years ago this week was his decision and not his baby brother's responsibility. Reportedly red-faced and crying when he said, "It's the anniversary of a crushing day for so many in my family. I think about all the phone calls on that day with the shattering news and the loss and the grief." He lied then, and the parole board determined he's still lying and, quote, struggles with honesty. The deputy district attorney emphasizing what would become a theme of today's hearing. When you look at him, Lyle has a long documented history of lies made to avoid the consequences of his actions. Today, Lyle continues to lie about the central issue in his parents' murders. Like his brother Eric, Lyle contends the pair killed their parents because they feared their parents would kill them first after years of alleged abuse. Defense attorney Heidi Rummel pleading Lyle Menendez spent the first 21 years of life in the prison of his home and the rest of his life in prison. But Lyle's parole denial was not a carbon copy of Eric's denial the day before.
It was really actually kind of fascinating to see how different the 2 days were. Eric one day and Lyle the next day. And he did great. He was a trooper. It was a really hard emotional day.
While the parole board found Eric was not a model prisoner, when it comes to Lyle, we find your remorse is genuine. In many ways, you look like you've been a model inmate. You've been a model inmate in many ways who has demonstrated the potential for change. But despite all those outward positives, we see you still struggle with antisocial personality traits like deception, minimization, and rule breaking that lie beneath that positive surface. Remaining positive tonight, the brother's first cousin.
I do want to always remind people that a couple of years ago, this was not even a possibility.
Despite all of this, Lyle says about his relatives, they are still here, showing up for me, disrupting their lives, dealing with public scrutiny, and I will never deserve it. Will Lyle Menendez ever deserve freedom? The parole commissioner concluding, don't ever not have hope. This denial is it's not the end. It's a way for you to spend some time to demonstrate, to practice what you preach about who you are, who you want to be. Don't be somebody different behind closed doors.